afternoon. It's nothing but the truth with Melanie Ricks. Melanie Ricks is on assignment, so you are stuck with me. They call me Kyle Wallace, but my name is actually Kyle Wallace. But you not only are stuck with me, I do have two of my true teammates joining me here today. Of course, I have Miss Carrie Noni Juice. How you doing, Juice World?
I'm doing great. I almost said amazing.
Oh, like Benjamin?
Yeah, but I'm doing great. I am so happy to be here with you today. Kyle Wallace, hey.
I'm happy to have you with me, but she said amazing like Benjamin. Benjamin is not here, but we have, of course, our boy DJ Brother Z back there holding it down. And I'm sitting here, before we get started, I'm sitting here in the talking text. And, man, listen, y'all in the talking text at 833-212-1017. That's the truth talking text. Y'all thirsty. The reason why I say y'all thirsty is because somebody on the talking text line sitting here, and I'm so sick of this. You see that, Carrie? Thank you, Rhea.
I'm trying to pull it up.
You're a very attractive young lady. Why they be so damn thirsty with all the women?
How is that thirsty?
They be shooting a shot. Literally,
that is not shooting your shot.
Every woman who has worked for the truth gets hit on in the talking text line.
Oh, and the men don't?
No. By them old 50, 60, 70-year-old women?
So these are the same 50, 60, 70-year-old
men.
No,
everybody in this ain't 50, 60, 70 years old. Stop that. I'm just saying, y'all be extra thirsty. These women don't want y'all.
So thirsty is giving a compliment, guys.
It's not a compliment. It's going over the top. Like, what's the point
saying someone
of that?
is beautiful is not a compliment?
No, it's a compliment, but it's Rhea, did you see that? No, you don't know what we're talking about? Somebody in the talking text line said, thank you, Rhea. They said you're. It's supposed to be you are. You are very attractive, young lady.
See, that was respectful. Well, that's very nice.
How did they see you?
The cameras.
Oh, wait a minute. So you did put the camera on?
Yeah, only for a little bit, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just saying people very, 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 very thirsty. Maybe I should have been more thirsty in my non-relationship days.
Yeah, it sounds like you're just mad.
No, I'm not mad at all. All I'm saying is this.
You never shot your shot with a pretty lady.
No, I did, actually, and that's what I got. So let's not go there.
Aww.
We're not going to go there today. I'm just saying in general. But yes, this is Nothing But the Truth here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studios here at the Avenue. And Carrie, I just want to know how you doing before we get into the hot takes. How you doing? We don't get a chance to have you grace our studio too often.
Yeah, listen. I was telling Rhea just yesterday, I was outside this past weekend. I know we in Wednesday, but we had off on Monday, so yesterday was Tuesday. I told her, girl, I was outside. I said I was going to be outside, and I was outside, and I had a great time.
How did your man feel about you being outside like that?
He encourages it.
Does he really?
Yes, he's like, go, have a good time. I mean, he was out of town having his own fun.
I mean, are women to be trusted when they men are out of town, they go outside?
Yeah, depends on the type of woman you with.
I'm just saying you seem a little bit too excited to be able to be free. Like, I know, as a man, and a lot of people can probably speak to this. I don't know about you, DJ Brother Z, if you could speak to this as well. But as a man, sometimes when your girl go out of town and you can talk to married men as well, it's like, the lady gone, I got the house to myself, I ain't got to worry about this or worry about that. You just feel a sense of freedom. Like, I ain't got to, not an old ball and chain. That's not what it is. But you just get a little sense of like, I can do what I want to do. I ain't got to worry about what nobody else got to say. If I want to go kick it, I can go kick it. I can just do what I want to do.
Right.
Do women also have that sense of freedom?
Yeah, we definitely do. We like to, just walk around I was going to say butt naked, whatever you want to do when you in the privacy of your own domain.
Wait a minute. But if you in your privacy of your own domain, you're already probably walking around naked.
I said
you nasty. So what you saying? All right, wait, just let me confirm. Carrie, are you saying that you and your man walk around butt naked around the house? Because I know your auntie listen, I know your mama listen, and I know your daddy listen. And your daddy, I met your daddy, and I know your daddy has come smooth down here and do what Gunplay said he was going to do to DJ Envy.
Yeah.
If he found out you was doing that.
He sure would. But we were both outside in our own cities. He was in Memphis and in Mississippi outside. And I was here in my own city outside, which I don't normally do because I am a homebody. That's why I was just so excited because it was Memorial Day weekend. I had like 5 days to myself. And I just had to think like, what do I want to do this weekend that I normally wouldn't do? So, hey, that's what I was. I was outside. We went to the Outsider. We went to Janet Jackson.
What was at the Outsider? I want you to talk about that because that's a black person who was doing something cool.
Shout out to my homegirl, DJ Gemini Gilly. out here. She had her Gyms Only event. It was her first event of the summer, and she had everybody outside at the Outsider. If you guys are not aware, that is the rooftop on top of the Journeyman Hotel in, what is that, the fifth ward, third ward?
Third ward, the
Yeah, thank
Kempton
you.
Journeyman.
Yes, Kempton Journeyman, and it was just a really great time. The whole King was out. Like, Rufus King showed up, showed out, and a bunch of other people too in the city. So it was very nice to see a peaceful a night, and everyone's just having a great time listening to music, socializing, all that good stuff.
And I love that. You know why I love that? Because now you're really that generation that y'all in y'all late 20s, late 20s. I like seeing that y'all are kind of discovering yourselves. I remember when I was in my late 20s, we had something called Social X that is still going on right now.
Shout out Social X.
Shout out to Social X, but a lot of the people that are part of Social X are now like mid 30s, early 40s.
They were there too.
Well, I'm sure they were. We're getting older, and I've only went to one event for Social X, but I love the stuff that they're doing in community. But it's nice to see that younger generation of millennial / maybe older Gen Z.
No,
y'all didn't have maybe some 23, 24, 25.
Yeah, Maya was in the building.
So she's 24 years old, and so seeing that new generation kind of come into that adulthood and finding those nice things to do and community things to do, and I'm hyped about that because we need more portrayal. We need more opportunities for young Black people to enjoy a good time and not have to be looking over their shoulder or feel uncomfortable in certain settings.
Listen, I say that all the time, Kyle. Like, I kind of get frustrated of the lack of entertainment activities that we have to do here, especially in the summertime, because Milwaukee summers are unmatched. But I feel like we could have more, especially if we eventually want to have like an NBA All-Star game here. We have to find something for these people to do while they're in our city so we don't get no bad rep. They going home like it wasn't nothing to do in Milwaukee but a bunch of Kia boys stealing our cars. Like, what?
Right, or going to places where places get, shot up.
Exactly. Wow. Exactly, Kyle. Trying to bring that up on me.
I ain't bringing nothing up on you.
All right. But that's exactly my point.
Yeah.
Like, where can we go where it's safe and it's fun and it's just a good environment, good vibes all around? That's just chill. We have a few spots, but not too many, No,
I 100% agree. That's why I think Milwaukee, as we continue to elevate, it takes for the future. And when I say the future, I mean the young adults like ourselves to really find a way to cultivate a group and a space of people that are like-minded that can really enhance the experience that we have in the nightlife.
100%. Where do you like to go, Kyle? Because you don't really be outside like
I
that.
do not go outside. When I do go outside, some of the places, I'll go to Brady Street once in a while. I'll go to, I went to, what is that, Jefferson?
Yeah.
I went to Jefferson Street, so I mean to go to something like that. Last year, I went to, what is that? They had Latin night.
You're very diverse.
618. It used to be 618.
Culturally diverse.
Yeah, I love everything. I like to be around different things. So that's why I like to have dip in that and dip out of that. But there's certain things I don't like, and I have a line I'll cross. I'll go to places that are diverse, but I ain't going to places that I don't feel safe at. So I'm gonna tell you that now, safe, and that could be safe in a hole in a wall and somewhere in the south side of Milwaukee, or going on the north side where you never know what could happen.
Listen,
like
those places be fun. Though,
Shout
out Mr. B's.
I'll go to Mr. B's. That's different. I go over there to the northwest side of Mr. B's. I ain't got no issue with that. There's some
He's
other
talking like the north.
There's some other places that I just tension. Too much tension for me.
All right.
I don't want to find no trouble.
You don't want to bring out the blicky. I get it.
I don't have a blicky, so I don't want to see somebody else bring out the blicky and then I gotta run. So that's no fun. Maybe that was cool at 25, but not at 30 something. So I can't be doing that. But we have so much more for you here today. On the other side, we're gonna have hot takes. Carrie, you ready for your hot take?
I'm ready. I don't know if they ready. No, they gonna be ready because I hope I stir the pot a little bit.
Stir in the pot. That's exactly what Carrie Noni Juice does. I'm Kyle Wallace. She's Carrie Noni. He's DJ Brother Z. And this is Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks, who is on assignment. We're going to have our hot takes, so get buckled up and ready to go because no more puff puff pass in my view and no more entitlement in yours. We gonna find out next. You're listening to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks, who is on assignment on the new 1017 The Truth.
Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Here's to the Living Room Dance Studios and to the Backyards hosting victory celebrations. Here's to the minivans doubling as dance team buses and all the SUVs serving as victory parades. American Family Insurance protects your house and your car because they know they mean more than that. They're the launching pad to your dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. Get a quote, find an agent, and learn about our discounts at amfam.com. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
This is your Financial Empowerment Minute on the new 1017 The Truth, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
Because I got people who want to live off of $10,000 a month. And then I got people who say 4 is enough, right? Whatever it is, we want to make sure that, again, you have a plan and you know what it's going to take to get there. What resources do you have? Is it a 401k? Do you have a pension? Do you have stocks or, outside money? How are we going to fund it? Right? Because that's a big thing too. A lot of people think, okay, well, I'm just going to dump money into my 401k and build it as long as I can, and then I'll be set. But taking money out and distributing it the right way is 10 times more important than accumulating it. Because you got to think about the taxes. And you got to think about a lot of other things.
Tune into The Truth every month for our financial empowerment interviews with Northwestern Mutual.
On the Rocks premium cocktails are now being served at Whitetail MKE, located in downtown Milwaukee at 1110 North Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Join On the Rocks this Saturday, June 3rd from 10 p.m. to midnight for the chance to enjoy these premium cocktails on them. Try their Effin' Cosmopolitan, Hornitos Margarita, and Knob Creek Old Fashioned. You can also purchase these products locally at Brown Deer Liquor. Please drink responsibly. On the Rocks, ready to serve cocktails, 20 to 35% alcohol by volume.
The weather is heating up, and so is Brewers baseball season. All the best action of the summer is here. That's your pass for fast-paced baseball, electricity in the ballpark, and the party in the tailgate lots. And with new deals available for you and your crew, the ballpark is the place to make your summer count. Get tickets to any upcoming Brewers game now at brewers.com/tickets.
You are listening to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Nothing But the Truth on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. I'm Kyle Wallace, and with me is Miss Carrie Noni Juice.
Hey, y'all.
We are in for Melanie Ricks, who is on assignment, and DJ Brother Z in for Benjamin as well. What up, DJ Brother Z?
What's up?
So we are going to have our hot takes as we always do on Hot Take Wednesdays, where we spit hot fire on a hot take that we have. And so my hot take is this. I was looking at the news yesterday, and I was listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Today it was Telly with our very own Miss Bailey Coleman. They were talking about the legalization of marijuana now, recreational use happening in Minnesota. It already happened in Illinois, and it also happened in Michigan. So now we are surrounded by places that have the legalization of marijuana. And that's all good and all. And listen, I don't smoke of the weeds, but I ain't mad at it. People decide they want to puff a little bit. But one thing I'm thinking about is this. That will apply more pressure on the state of Wisconsin to consider how are we going to generate revenue from marijuana, which is cool. I love revenue because of the things that it can go to.
Yes.
But I think my hot take is this. is that we talking about all this marijuana use eventually coming to the state of Wisconsin and potentially being legalized in the state of Wisconsin. And as black folks, we think about, oh, well, we've been policed at these certain ways. We've been locked up for selling drugs and doing all this. And this is my hot take, y'all, is that none of that is going to change as you legalize marijuana. Why? It's because statistically speaking, the ALCU said still black people across this country where weed is legalized are still almost 4 times more likely to be arrested when it comes to having marijuana. And then tell me this. I don't know you, Zach or Carrie, I don't know, or DJ Brother, I don't know if y'all smoke weed, none of my business. But have y'all ever been to a dispensary? I've been to a dispensary once in my life, right?
Just once?
Just one time. I only been down in Colorado. I went to a dispensary with my family. Now tell me this. Was that dispensary black owned that you went to?
No.
How about you, Zach? Zach said he pleads the fifth. He said he's not part of that. So my whole thing is this, is that when it comes to a dispensary, the dispensaries are owned by white people in most of these different places. There's not equity, and we don't see equality when it comes to who's getting these licenses in order to open these dispensaries. So I don't know why we're so excited about the legalization of marijuana when now all it's going to mean is this, is that there's going to be more suspicion as black people drive through. I know Milwaukee, they basically reduced to whatever the crime was for it. But as soon as you cross that border out of Milwaukee County, you go into maybe Waukesha County. You maybe go into Washington County. Maybe you go to Ozaukee County. You go in these different places. And I believe even in Milwaukee, it's not even the county, it's just the city of Milwaukee that they reduced it. You still may get pulled over if your car's smelling like some skunk. And so all I'm saying is this, is that I think that the legalization of marijuana may bring more harm to the black community than good to the black community here, only because of the fact that now we're going to be moving targets and people are going to make assumptions that they pull us over, they're going to search our car. I had my car searched one time. Well, not my car. My friend's car got searched one time, and we got pulled over because he did a rolling stop at a stop sign. Do you know what the officer said out in the Whitewater area?
What
he said, if we can search your vehicle, we won't give you a ticket.
Oh, that's trickery.
We said, bet. Little did I know, one of my friends did have some on him. And so and that's my whole, and they didn't find it. But the thing is that they're always looking for things from us. So we better be very, very careful of what we asking for. And again, I understand the legalization of recreational use of marijuana can help benefit us when it comes financially to putting money back into different resources, such as maybe going towards education, maybe towards paving these different roads. I see the positive of that. But when it comes to policing, I think black people are just going to be more police. That's all I'm saying, is that I'm very concerned that it's going to have more of a negative impact on black people because we are already a target in our communities.
I agree that we're already a target, but I guess my question is, how would they get in trouble for having something that's legal?
If you're driving with it, you're not supposed to drive and have it.
So you can't have it.
I don't think you're supposed to operate. I don't know all the legal things, but I know you can't be smoking. If you are driving down the street, just like when it comes to speeding, right? Sometimes officers don't even have to clock you. They know for a fact I'm going at this rate of speed, in the sense of I'm driving 35 and the speed limit is 30 and you zoom past me. I'm a police officer. I'm going 35, so I know you got to be going faster, because if they don't clock you, I believe you may be able to challenge it in court. But they know if you're going beyond the speed limit based off the rate of speed and the rate of traffic as well. And so all I'm saying is this: if they are driving behind you and they see some smoke or something like that, or they can smell something, that gives them cause to potentially pull you over. And I'm telling y'all right now, I smell so much damn skunk when I'm driving down Fond du Lac.
But
I be looking, I'm like, dang, I ran over something.
But Kyle, not you think you ran over a skunk.
You know how many times I thought I ran over a skunk?
In the city?
In the city of Milwaukee, yes, absolutely. In the city of Milwaukee, that's how many times I think I ran over a skunk when I smelled Mary J. Wanna.
Well, I guess my thing is, I don't think it's going to cause more harm, because people do it right now and it's already illegal. They driving around Fond du Lac, Capitol, doing whatever they want to do. I don't want to name certain streets like that, but they drive around doing what they do already. So I guess I don't see it necessarily being heightened, because they already do it, Kyle. Like you said, you already smell. They already smoking in their cars. They already got the windows down.
I just feel like it just gives people more of a reason to check and ask if what you're doing. So that's just my concern. I'm just looking out for my black people, because white people smoke weed too. They smoke it at a very.
They definitely do.
Let me tell you this.
They smoke a lot of things.
Here's the thing that people don't understand is that There are probably more drug dealers on a UW-Madison campus for students who are freshmen through seniors than there's drug dealers not around the city of Milwaukee, but when you go to these different schools around black people, I'm telling y'all right now, I went to school with people in high school that all of a sudden became kingpins in college.
Okay.
And now make hundreds of thousands of dollars at work. And I'm just telling y'all right now that white people sell drugs and do drugs. They just don't get policed the way we get policed when it comes to it. So that's why I'm nervous about that, Carrie.
No, I definitely see that as being a fact. We could be more policed, but I just think we already do it now when it's illegal. So the fact of the matter is, I don't think that just because it'll become legal, that more people will get in trouble for it, because the people who are already doing it are just going to keep doing it.
No.
I think the people who don't necessarily do it yet might not be that bold. You think they'll be that bold?
I'm just concerned about policing. I want people to be able to do what they want to do with their own bodies and smoke something that comes from the earth without having to worry about being pulled over by the police. And that's all I'm saying. The policing here in the city of Milwaukee is not equal to the way we get treated. And really nationally you can see that as well.
So what did you check on the referendum that one time?
Oh, I said, yeah, go ahead, smoke the weed if you want to. I'm all about generating revenue. I'm big business, Carrie. I'm big business. So that is my hot take, 833-212-1017. That is my hot take. If you have a take on that hot take, definitely feel like you can chime in on the talking text line. Again, that is 833-212-1017. But Carrie Noni Juice also has a hot take that she wants to share. Carrie, what is the hot take that you have?
Yeah, it might push a couple of buttons, but it's all out of love. I just don't like, somewhat in my generation and younger, of course, we just are so entitled. And I feel like we just think that things need to be handed to us. I feel like we don't want to work for anything. Because, for example, I could give so many examples, but I'll give a personal example. I try to help people in this media community, right?
Yes.
So if they ask me for some help, I'm definitely going to help you out. But I'm not going to give you the answer. I can be of assistance to you 100% because I feel as though you need to pay it forward, because a lot of people didn't pay it forward to me. So, but I'm gonna help you, but I'm not just gonna hand you anything. And when it gets to the point of, I'm helping you out, I'm giving you my login passwords for this and X, Y, and Z, and you're not taking advantage of the help that I'm giving you, and you're just like, dang, this is a lot of work. That shows me that you just want things handed to you, and things don't come. That's not how life works.
But see here, that's the issue.
That's not how life works, Kyle.
Carrie, here's the issue. We have a whole generation of people who I believe are so entitled, especially, I'm gonna put it out there.
Gosh.
Millennials, we are included in this entitlement. Gen Z is included in this entitlement, and whatever this next generation, they're going to be very entitled as well. Why? It's because our parents never let us fail. They wanted to always prop us up. They always wanted to give us things. That's why I'm so concerned. We're at the point now where you can't even say nothing to somebody's child in school when they wrong. You can't correct their behavior, because if you correct their behavior, what they're going to do is they're going to go home and tell their parents, and instead of their parents saying, well, were you wrong, they're going to say, you talked to my child this way.
Yeah.
And so that builds this sense of entitlement, because you're never letting somebody have consequences for their actions. And so I really think this entitlement generation that we have, that we are part of, Carrie, is the softification of America.
Oh, I like that. Say that again. The softification.
There's usually another word that I say with it that has to do with a cat.
Oh, let's start with a P.
It starts. Yeah, that's usually
pushing P.
Pushing. Yeah, America right now is pushing a lot of P when it comes to the softification of America. So I'm with you on that entitlement, and I think people really feel like you just owe them something. And I know Tory talks about it a lot, in a sense of how he really sets up people, and people they come back to him for help. And Tory, his goal is always to show people how to help themselves, in a sense of, here's the situation. I'm going to lay out exactly what you need to do. I'm going to give you the formula. I'm going to give you step by step. And Tory just doesn't want you to have the step by step for yourself. He wants you to have the step by step so you can go and help somebody else. And so one thing that I know he runs into is that a lot of times we don't pay it forward to others. And so I think there's this sense of entitlement that you owe me this or I owe you that. That's not what it is.
That too. And it's just, I think we just fear hard work. You know, I feel like I look at our parents' generation and the things that they got through and how they got what they have, and they had to put in a lot of hard work for it. Everything wasn't just handed down to them. It wasn't passed down to them. They had to work for everything. And I think now, like you said, we're in this softification generation where everyone pushing that P, and they don't want to put in that work and really get down and dirty with it. And honestly, I think that, I mean, we're not going to get into it because we did it off air a little bit, but that whole ChatGPT thing and all this AI talk, I think that is only going to further the softification of our generation.
See, I completely disagree with that stance that you have when it comes to what that can do. But I'm right there with you 100% that we live in an entitled just entitlement sense of mindset with our community where people literally feel like things are owed to them. They feel I can go on and on. My brother works in property management, and some of the conversations that he has with some people about what they think are owed to them is ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's going to be a hard life for you.
No, it's going to be extremely hard life.
That you are owed everything in life, because listen, nothing is guaranteed for any of us except what? To be black and to what, Kyle?
Die.
Exactly, and to pay taxes if that's what you want to do.
And some people trying not to pay taxes.
I don't pay my
There's
taxes.
a lot of scams and schemes out here.
Taxes. I don't want to go to jail.
No, I don't want to go to jail either. This booty was not made for jail. 833-212-1017. Those are this booty was not made for jail. It was made.
That was different.
Yeah, no, listen. I've seen it.
I ain't pushing P in.
They ain't finna push P up in me. They ain't pushing no P up in me in jail. I'll keep my behind out here. 833-212-1017. Those were the hot takes from today on Nothing But the Truth. Melanie Ricks is out. I'm Kyle Walls. With me is Carrie Noni. Just we see y'all blowing up the talking text line. We see Al is on the call line as well. We're going to have so much more as we continue this conversation on the other side. And in addition to that, we're going to have a little conversation about entitlement, but entitlement when it comes to people begging.
Yeah.
Because, I don't like no beggars.
Beggars can't be choosers either.
Beggars cannot be choosers, but they can choose to use gunplay. We'll talk about that more on the other side. You're listening to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks on the new 1017 The Truth.
Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth's Melanie Ricks for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying rent to a landlord and not to yourself? Do you want freedom from paying rent and you're ready to build your own equity? Well, I'm teaming up with Axe Housing, and Axe Housing can make it possible for you and your family to own their own home. It's not just a dream anymore. And Axe Housing has already helped over 3,000 families buy their own home, and you can be next. Oftentimes, your mortgage will be less than your rent, and the average family that Axe has helped has a mortgage around $800 per month. It's time for you to start building a financial future for you and your family. You can get started on virtual orientation by clicking on the Truth link at axehousing.org. Axe coaches are ready to help you and your family find the best path to home ownership. There are no restrictions on who can access the program. Just visit axehousing.org today. Lastly, Axe Housing is in need of general contractors to work on houses, and they'll need 100 contractors by the end of the year. So if you're a contractor and you're looking for some great work, check out axehousing.org today.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. I overdosed on heroin and I lived. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. My desire to change had finally outweighed my desire to stay the same. I felt powerless for so much of my life. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. For the first time, I finally feel like I'm exactly where I should be, where I want to be.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth. Is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Brewers were back on the diamond Tuesday night and allowed 14 hits to Toronto as the Blue Jays defeat Milwaukee by a final score of 7-2. Adrian Hauser got the start, going 4 1/3 inning while surrendering 6 earned runs. With the loss, the Brewers have now dropped 4 of their last 5 games and will look to bounce back tonight. First pitch is set for 6:07. The Milwaukee Bucks are staying busy as they look ahead to next season. The team has set out to hire former Bucks assistant Adrian Griffin, who will replace Mike Budenholzer. According to NBA insider Shams Charania, it was quite the process for the Bucks, who sought out advice from their 2-time MVP.
The fact that Giannis was so involved in the process, a couple years out from his player option, I think is very noticeable. But from what I'm told, Giannis was pretty vehemently against any other candidate.
This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown team. Member FDIC.
This is Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
I was born to flex, yes. Diamonds on my neck. I like boarding jets, I like more, but nothing in this world that I like more than checks. Money. All I really wanna see is the money. I don't really need a D, I need the money. All I back need is the money. I got bands in the coop, bustin' out the roof. I got bands in the coop. Touch me out, wow, shake a little.
The Black-owned business Give Back is back, y'all, and we have again teamed up with Associated Bank to help local Black businesses grow and succeed together. The home of Milwaukee Black Talk will be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses each quarter of 2023. That is $6,000, y'all. So to sign up for this incredible marketing opportunity, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
She said it right. This is Nothing But the Truth here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Melanie Ricks is out on assignment, but I am Kyle Wallace in for her with Carrie Noni and DJ Brother Z, and we're having a conversation talking about our hot takes, and we have somebody online that wants to get in on this conversation about hot takes. We talked about whether or not we're entitled, and then we had a conversation, or too entitled as a society, and we also had a conversation about whether or not we think marijuana, the legalization of marijuana, is only going to be a little bit of a detriment to the Black community as we go into other communities and become more police. 833-212-1017. That is the talking text line. And Al from Milwaukee, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. What are your thoughts on the hot takes that we had today?
Well, I'm gonna move fast. Legalizing marijuana is a self-destruction to the Black community because it's harder to prosecute whites for cocaine, but Black people, it's going to be very easy, and it's already holding Black people back. And when it comes to entitlement, those who feel entitled, let them suffer. And if you are an able-bodied man or woman and you're begging for money, if you got a mouthpiece, arm piece, and any private parts, including feet, you got several options to get yourself out that situation. Have a great day.
Sounds like he wants to legalize prostitution. He said mouthpiece, body part, toes. Would you sell your feet?
Yeah.
Then why aren't you doing it? People always say,
why would I want
people always say, yeah, I do
you
it.
Said,
then why?
Would I?
So why not do it? Extra money.
I mean, why do I do it right now? I feel like if I fell on hard times,
why you gotta fall on hard times? You can make extra income right now. That could be a whole nother stream of income.
Because that's not gonna be like something I want to do right now. That's gonna be a fallback plan.
So you missing out on money because you want to put it as a fall? You know how easy it is to take pictures of your feet?
I don't care. I don't care.
If my feet was pretty, I'd do it.
I know you would.
Yeah, I'd do it. I know my toes. I had a rough. I
Who
play
you think
sports.
will buy your feet pics?
Right now, nobody.
Yes.
If somebody be nasty about my. I mean, my feet ain't ugly, but they ain't like cute.
Okay.
I don't lather them up enough.
Yeah, no, I would definitely do an OnlyFans with just feet pics.
Okay.
One day, maybe.
I mean, I don't want you to fall on hard times, so I guess it's never gonna happen. I could care less. I've never seen y'all feet before. I don't care to see toes. I haven't paid attention. I don't really look at feet.
Okay.
No fan of feet here. Not me. So I wouldn't be the one buying.
Zach.
No, you heard me ding. We're not fans of feet over here.
No, we don't do feet, man.
Okay. Y'all are. I've never. Okay, whatever.
Or you never what?
Nothing.
You never.
She's never heard of a man.
What do you mean you never heard of a man that don't like feet? What's happened? What?
Go ahead, say it, Carrie.
Because that's just, I've never heard that. Usually guys
What
be
do you
like,
mean
"Ooh,
you
my
never-
girl gotta have some pretty feet."
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm not like the feet. I don't want her to have no butt. Listen, if she got some butt ugly feet, no. But I'm not putting a toe in my mouth. I'm not doing that.
Zach?
Even if it's cute, it ain't going
Why
in
are
my
you-
mouth.
Why are you yelling?
Because it's disgusting.
Because you triggering me talking about feet.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did something happen with you and some feet?
Apparently.
833-212-1017. Please tell Carrie that a lot of people don't like feet, even though people do. I mean, it's
saying
not
men.
weird for
I guess
men not.
men. I've heard a
lot
lot
of men
of
don't like
men.
feet.
Well, I've heard. I know men don't like ugly feet, but a lot of men they be like, "Man, I want my girl to have some pretty toes."
Yeah, I want her to put her foot all in my mouth. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say all of that. I'm just saying they look at their feet. They care about the feet.
Yeah, I
Y'all are
care-
acting like y'all just don't look at the feet. Y'all blind to the feet.
No,
or
I
something.
care about the feet. I notice the feet, and if she has like busted feet, then I would notice that. But I guess nobody's had busted feet before. Okay. But I mean, it's not something I really didn't want feet to touch me like that either.
Okay, well, that is your prerogative, and if that is what makes you feel better about not having feet on you and not putting feet near your face or your mouth, all that good stuff, that's what's up.
We just learned something about Carrie.
I didn't say anything
Carrie
about
nasty.
me.
You didn't have
I
to
didn't
say
say
a lot.
anything about me.
Carrie be licking on the big toe like ice cream cone with your nasty behind.
No. I didn't say
that's
me.
That's what. Oh, okay, now you throwing people under the bus. 833-212-1017. If you have any comments on the conversation that we're having today, when we're talking about feet, but that wasn't the main conversation of that, but. We were talking about marijuana and the legalization of marijuana as Minnesota now, Illinois, and Michigan all have legalized marijuana sales in their state, and Wisconsin does not, which leads for residents of Wisconsin to spend millions of dollars in other states in order to get their fix. And so what I was saying is that we should be weary of legalizing marijuana because of what it could do to the black community here, because we're not benefiting from the sales and we're not benefiting from the policing that they do on this. And so 833-212-1017 on the talking text line, the caller said police are already ignoring people who smoke and drive. They many times pull right next to cars full of smoke and do not approach them. Senator Lena Taylor provided sufficient data detailing the positive impact on the economy to the dummies in Wisconsin state legislature. And let me tell you something, economy. But when it comes to policing, I'm telling y'all, I'm very weary and afraid of what could happen when we go outside of Milwaukee County and when we black people driving in Ozaukee County, black people driving in Waukesha County, black people driving in Washington County, black people driving in Fond du Lac County, black people driving in Brown County. I'm nervous about that.
What happens now, though, when they do that?
I mean, I told you I got harassed in Walworth County. Now
Exactly.
imagine if you know weed is legal and you don't see black people come through. You know how many the perception and not the assumption that people make about black people in these places that don't interact with black people.
Mm-hmm. Well, we just have to be mindful as usual. I mean, hey, ain't nothing different. We have to just be even more mindful.
So you're saying just keep hiding it?
What do you mean keep hiding?
Well, I mean, when you go into other places, hide
yeah,
it.
if you're going into a unidentified territory that you don't usually go in, I wouldn't do anything that would make me look suspicious.
That's very true. Very, very true. We got so much more on the talking text line, but I do want to get to, we'll finish it up here, but Carrie, I do want to get to this conversation that we're talking about, continue the conversation on maybe entitlement, maybe not. But again, on the talking text line, people responding to something that Al said and talking about feet here. They say, hey, Kyle, are you advocating pimping? Bruh, you're saying it's cool to pimp some feet for cash? LOL. Mm-hmm. No, they have websites that Carrie talked about. I didn't say the website. She said the website for OnlyFans that she can put her feet on. So I'm not advocating for pimping, but I am advocating for, hey, if that's another way to make money in pimping and it could be legalized, Do whatever y'all got to do.
That's advocating for it.
And Brittany said, my feet has been in many miles. I have pretty feet, I guess. All right, Brittany, I see you, girl. A little freak with them feet out there.
I would say put them in the chat here, but I think
Kyle put them in the chat. Put them in the chat.
Zach will freak out.
Put them in the chat, Brittany. I want to see them feet. I want to see them toes. I'm trying to see if them people that's licking on them toes is licking on.
Show's over.
I'm trying to see whether or not them toes is worthy of it or not. 833-212-1017. That is the talking text line. Somebody else, Mike from Mill Road, said, hey, man, you got to love a woman entirety from head to toe. I literally love a woman from her head down to her ankle.
Are you serious? So you don't give your woman a foot massage?
I know. They got the massage gun.
So you don't use your
up and down her foot
to massage your girl feet after a long day?
If she has socks on, yes, I have.
You don't do bare feet?
No, I'm not putting them sweaty ass feet on my hands. No.
Oh, wow.
I told y'all what I do. The massage gun is incredible.
Your love has conditions.
Just a little bit, a couple conditions. And the last person on the talking text line, phone number ending in 0872, said, I love women with pretty feet. If the feet is dirty, you know what they saying her thing dirty. Come on now. That's messed up. That is messed up. So
I mean, that's kind of facts.
Now, Carrie, that is kind of, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I've never been with a girl who has dirty feet, so I don't know if that correlates to having dirty something below the waist. But Carrie, tell me this.
Yes.
So we were talking about entitlements, right?
Yes.
And there's this thing that we have out there called GoFundMe, which some may think that has become another way of a sense of entitlement, avenue for people to have entitlement. And there was recently a story that was on the news this week with DJ Envy again beefing with somebody else named Gunplay. Can you just tell us a little bit background on this story and kind of how it leads to a sense of entitlement?
Yeah, well, we all know, well, most of us know that right now DJ Envy and Rick Ross, the boss, they both have car shows, right? And so they've been going back and forth, I guess, kind of promoting their car shows in a way, but they've been just going at it with each other, just talking mess, and it's been getting a little bit personal. So one of the most recent things that DJ Envy has said to Rick Ross was pretty much saying, like, Ross, you all up on me and then what I got going on my car show and what I got going on with my family, but your friend Gunplay out here with a GoFundMe. If you was a real friend, you would never let your friend start a GoFundMe page. And the GoFundMe is actually for Gunplay's daughter. Apparently she has some health complications, and so they started the GoFundMe for people to donate to help his child. When Envy was talking about it on the Breakfast Club, he did not bring up the child or the newborn and what was going on. All he said was, Ross, how you gonna be a friend out here and you got your friend with a GoFundMe page? And Gunplay he didn't really like that at all. He came back at Envy and pretty much was saying, like, keep me and my baby's name out your mouth while you talk about her GoFundMe. This was so we could raise money for her health problems. And Envy ended up apologizing. He did say, like, hey, I didn't mention your child, but I do apologize if I offended you. But then Gunplay ended up posting the audio of their conversation of him apologizing. It was just a whole thing. But the thing was about entitlement and when it comes to GoFundMes, because honestly, I think that Envy should not have mentioned the GoFundMe, okay? Regardless if it was for his baby or if it was not, he shouldn't have mentioned the GoFundMe because that's going a little bit too far, especially if Gunplay didn't have anything to do with this. But when I was talking to you, Kyle, you were pretty much talking about with the GoFundMe that you didn't see anything wrong with him mentioning it, right?
Yeah, so here's the thing, is that he did not mention the daughter. And I actually agree with DJ Envy is because of the fact that when it comes to somebody who's supposed to be your friend or you cool with, why is he setting up a GoFundMe page? GoFundMe should not be for everything. And when I think about this, I'm gonna just list off some different record labels. Tell me if you heard of them. Maybach Music Group, MMG. Have you heard of it before? Okay. Def Jam Recordings.
Yes.
Warner Records. Mm-hmm. Okay, I've never heard of Real Talk Entertainment or Cleopatra Records, but this man Gunplay is attached to 5 different record labels. You cannot sit here and tell me that Gunplay, who is signed to MMG, Def Jam, Warner Records, all under this umbrella, does not have health insurance for his child. How is it that you have a GoFundMe? And again, I'm not talking. I hope the baby's okay. It sounds like she's doing okay, and I pray, and I'm glad people are supporting. I'm glad Rick Ross supported. But how is it possible that you are signed to record labels where you don't have health insurance and able to cover this. You're looking for $30,000 in health insurance, which, to be honest, that is not a lot of money when it comes to health insurance. When I tore my ACLs, each surgery cost about $18,000. Just the surgery alone. That doesn't include the hospital visit. So the bill was definitely large, but I had health insurance which covered this. And so my whole thing is this. He's right. Why is your friend setting up a GoFundMe page when he's supposed to be on a record label that should be taking care of him? We have turned this GoFundMe into a way to just fund me in my life.
It is.
Okay? It's not supposed to just be fund me in this that I want to do. Fund me in that I want to do. It's supposed to be set up for things where are traumatic and you do not have the funds to cover it. And again, if they can't cover the funds and they were looking for whatever they could do, that's sad because he's supposed to be a rapper who should have connections, and eventually he did help. But I mean, that just shows that there's some education or something there that's flawed in the system. But we have used this system of GoFundMe for everything.
Yeah, no, it's definitely getting ridiculous, and it's to the point where I've seen everyday people put GoFundMes for trips that they want to go on and GoFundMes for different school things that they want to do. And that's all fine and dandy. If you want to have a GoFundMe and send it to your close friends and your family so they can support you because they love you, go ahead and do that. If that is your prerogative, that's what you want to do. But these GoFundMes are just getting out of hand. But I will talk about with these rappers. You know, these rappers get in these crazy deals where I agree that there is some education that needs to be involved when it comes to signing these deals and what exactly you're getting out of this entire process. Because if he doesn't have health insurance, that is unfortunate. And I think that that's the bigger issue here is when these people get to these labels, why are they not being supported in a way that they need to if they're making all this money for the labels?
No, I'm 100% in agreement with you, Carrie, when it comes to that. But what I'll say, my last thing is this, is that the labels need to do better. But when it comes to just in general, the things that you should not put a GoFundMe up for should include anything that is leisure activity that's going to bring you happiness. I will never forget when somebody who I went to college with put on their Facebook page, they got married, and they add a GoFundMe for their what is it that you go on? Their honeymoon. They had a GoFundMe for their honeymoon. How dare you make a whole, and it had all types of spelling errors, but how dare you make a GoFundMe for your dang honeymoon and you didn't even invite these people to your wedding?
Yeah. Like, no, it's ridiculous.
It's that sense of entitlement. But here's the thing, is that GoFundMe no longer, you said what was the purpose that you said GoFundMe was for?
It was invented, I believe, in 2010, and it was originally for charities to raise money.
For charities to raise money. Everybody wants to be a charity. Why? Because we have this sense of entitlement. And that goes to something that we talked about before, where people just feel sorry for themselves.
Oh, yes.
We feel like, oh, we can't do this. Woe, it's me that. Like, we need to stop feeling sorry for ourselves as a society, because that's what brings that sense of entitlement.
Yeah, and I just think that people are over here asking for money for like you said, leisurely things, and that goes into the work harder. Go do something to get that money up. If you need like $800, you could easily go get some little part-time job and stack your money up and then eventually get it for yourself. But nobody wants to work hard for anything. They think everything is owed to them, and I just don't appreciate that. And you know, sometimes the journey in the process to which you go to get something and that hard work that you're putting in is much more rewarding once you get that thing because you actually worked for it. If everybody's handing you everything, what are you going to learn in life? Like, that's just not cool to me. So it's some GoFundMes that I think are acceptable to have, and life insurance is another thing that I want to stress right now, because a lot of people are passing away and they don't have any life insurance, so they're starting GoFundMes. They're selling plates to get money for funerals and to lay your loved ones to rest. And I feel for you if you have to do that. But life insurance is something that I just want to stress that everybody needs to get.
Carrie over here preaching. 833-212-1017. If you have any comments on the conversation that we're talking about, entitlements and people having entitlement to want to have GoFundMe pages for just leisure things, chime in on the talking text line. We've been talking about feet. We've been talking about entitlement. We've been talking about marriage, Juana. We've been talking about everything here, but we're going to talk about more on the other side. This is Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks, who is on assignment.
Don't touch that dial. Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and I know how much you love listening to me bring all the smoke each and every day from 1 to 4, but now, not only can you hear me bring all the smoke, you can watch me bring all the smoke because the award-winning 1017 The Truth is streaming live. Watch all your favorite shows live.
Yeah, Truth Nation, you heard Tory Lowe right. We are streaming all of our shows live every day. To watch the best radio station with the best on-air hosts in Milwaukee, you have to go to 1017thetruth.com and click the Watch Live link. From there, you'll be able to stream us on YouTube and Twitter and get an inside look on all the fun, like watching me from noon to 1 as I do my daily fire freestyle live. Now you know your girl got them bars, right, Benjamin?
Yeah, Mel, you got them bars, and the truth is must-see TV. So make sure y'all tap in to see my boy Tory Lowe and my girl Melanie Ricks to do their thing live every day by streaming 101.7 The Truth on YouTube and Twitter. We live, baby.
June is National Homeownership Month, where we promote the benefits of home ownership and recommit to creating opportunities for future homeowners. Tune into 1017 The Truth all month long, where you will get information and resources and hear interviews promoting home ownership in our community. At the core mission of National Homeownership Month is the belief that every person deserves the chance to live with security, dignity, and hope in a place that they can call home. National Homeownership Month on 1017 The Truth is presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank.
To put down strong roots, a little support goes a long way. And when you work with someone that knows our communities as well as Associated Bank, you get financial guidance that fits your life. They use financial knowledge to build solutions that make a difference from a personal loan to a new home. Associated Bank is ready to help you grow stronger roots here. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Here's to the Living Room Dance Studios and to the Backyards hosting victory celebrations. Here's to the minivans doubling as dance team buses and all the SUVs serving as victory parades. American Family Insurance protects your house and your car because they know they mean more than that. They're the launching pad to your dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. Get a quote, find an agent, and learn about our discounts at amfam.com. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. American Family Insurance, insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
It is Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
But ain't no ones of mine. Nope. My little day, I'm getting too booed. I don't need like dubs of mine. Alright. But I look like with all them 20s.
This is Nothing But the Truth on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Melanie Ricks is on assignment. I am Kyle Wallace. She is Carrie Noni. He is DJ Brother Z. And we've been having some great conversations talking about entitlements and GoFundMes. And we have a couple people here on the Talking Text line. I know Carrie agreed with somebody. And on the Talking Text line, Emmett said, I don't disagree with you about the entitlement society, but what we really should have is several financial courses because a lot of us don't really understand how to manage or use our money to make the system work for us. Carrie, what's your thoughts?
Oh, yeah, no, I 100% agree that we need way more financial courses to teach people. But the thing is, once we teach them, it's in their hands at that point. And I feel like people get the education and then they don't stick with it and they keep doing what they want to do because of that entitlement. But no, I 100% agree with you.
No, and then LT on the Talking Text line said he has a Taylor Swift ticket GoFundMe, which is almost completed.
And that's what we're talking about.
We need to report that to GoFundMe.
And that is what we are
give
talking
people
about.
their money back. Sitting there doing that for that. And then somebody, Sir Chauncey, said, he wrote a lot, but we'll just get this one. He said, you're dead spot on about how trifling it is for a couple to put a GoFundMe page for their wedding and not invite those people. I 100% agree. Somebody else on the Talking Text line said this, Carrie, is that not just because you have a record deal and you're signed to a record label doesn't mean you have health insurance. And that is unfortunate because the whole point of having, not the whole point of having a job, but you want to make money, but then you also want to have benefits as well.
Yeah,
so that's something that's important. Exactly.
You have to, if it has to be beneficial on both sides. If you're not getting that out of it, like, don't do it.
And Dwayne Carey on the Talking Text line said, People are too busy buying rims and grills for these entitlements and GoFundMe pages. And lastly, Carrie, we talked about feet today, Miss Carrie Noni Juice, and Brittany came through and posted her feet because she said her feet have been in plenty men's mouths. And I took a look at the feet; they kind of cute. Okay, Brittany,
you rubbed them.
They kind of cute. I get the little massage gun and on the bottom of her foot. I wouldn't rub it. But hey, Carrie, any last words before we get out of here today?
I just had a great time. I always love being on air now that I am a digital content journalist for The Truth.
Make sure you check out 101.7 The Truth. Make sure you always stream us. Tori Lowe Show is coming up next. Go to YouTube, 101.7 The Truth on YouTube to stream all your favorite shows. But this has been Nothing But The Truth with Melanie Ricks, who is on assignment. I'm Kyle. She's Carrie Noni. That's DJ Brother Z. And Tori Lowe's next.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Need a way to hype up your day? What would you do with $5,000?
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you got
y'all just saved my life. Hey, I just started a program from some young people. I needed this.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway.
Hey, you got that
money. I've been waiting for you to call me.
Hey. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
This is Melanie Ricks from Nothing But The Truth. If you love to be both entertained and informed, make sure you listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.